Hello everybody, this is your host, Darko Kisin, other known as Multi126789, and today on the video log to rant, first of all, for video logs, as you could probably tell, I am shaved! I lost pretty much my head. Actually, no, nope, I still got my head. I'm still good. I'm still breathing because that's a thing that I have to do to live. So that's pretty good. Okay, for now that that's a little bit out of the way and that wasn't really irrelevant to anything, let's go on to the rant. Please, let's just do that. Okay, so my thing that I'm gonna talk about today is the Columbus girl who killed herself and posted that YouTube video. Now, our English teacher actually showed us this video, so it's actually quite interesting how our one teacher actually mentioned that. Um, my take on that is that I am siding with her. I'm not siding against her, because clearly if you don't, man, it's just that human hatred somehow always consumes the human heart. Man, them shadows, man, them shadows. You gotta be careful of them. That's why I'm a part of the shadow resistance group. I can't let anything hurt me anymore, because if I let stuff hurt me, it will hurt others as well. To be honest, once I thought of killing myself, and you guys can't all say you haven't, because it's kind of like a teenage thing, so saying you haven't thought about killing yourself or something is kind of being like a liar to yourself, which is then lying to yourself, which makes a shadow in your heart appear, and that's when you have to face yourself and stuff like that. Yeah, so that's pretty awful. But I'm pretty much on the side with her, because life is hard as it is, and you think you can trust people, but you really can't unless you actually meet them. So there is some trust issues, and yeah, I know there's predators out there, but once you post stuff on Facebook, like this video is going to be, and like the time you see it, so yeah, it pretty much stays on. Well, the videos don't. Well, it pretty much whatever you put on Facebook does not get deleted. It will always and will remain with you. So whatever you do, try not to make it scarring for yourself, man. It's 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 those little things that you think nobody will ever remember that will. Believe me, there was a lot of stuff I have done, and I have done a lot of stuff. But I still have some of this left. I still do, because I try new things, and that makes me smarter. And I'm still getting over this cold. Oh man, because who doesn't like colds? Because that makes you cool, man. That makes you cool. But I'm hot because I'm a blue sun. But anyways, other than the verge of that little science thing I was going on about, I really don't think that it was kind of justified for everybody to be going, oh well, it's her fault because, oh man, she slept with the guy. She deserved every. You know what? She really trusted that guy, and she didn't know that she was getting the wool pulled over her eyes if she was wearing a sweater, because I don't know what she was wearing. But you gotta give her a slight bit of credit for actually, like, how many people do you know that actually say, oh, I get bullied. I posted it on YouTube and say, I can honestly say I've got bullied before. Right now, it's not a big issue because, I'm stronger now than I will ever. Actually, no, I could get stronger still. But honestly, I don't really care about how cool how good my biceps are on my chest. No, all that matters to me is my heart and at least having the knowledge to know when it's time to give up. Like, how well, I can relate it to how I was playing soccer today. Man, I can play some soccer. But you know how if you're like the goalie and stuff, you have to block every shot. I try my hardest. I honestly do. I try my hardest. You wanna know how hard I try? If I get hit in the sack with the ball, I barely flinch. I don't even know. It's just doesn't faze me because, I have this thing where it's like, if you're committed to it, you will take the pain, you will go through the trials, and you will get there. But there's one thing I wasn't with her with, and that was killing herself. The only reason why I didn't really, I don't understand why people kill themselves is because all you're doing, even when you kill yourself, it's still hurting others because, you killed yourself, and that means, oh, look, you left all your families and your friends what you had left, and now you're scarring them because now you can't come back. So, I am a little bit on that side because, killing yourself, man, doing that is like saying you moved out and you ran away from home and you've never heard again until you're into your 30s or something. Like something like that. But at least you would get to see them all again. When you're dead, you're dead. You only get one life, one chance, and one thing to do it right. Well, technically nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect. I feel everybody is a god of their own special talents. I guess of mine as being the god of peace because, gotta have peace, gotta have love, bro. Man. But, I enjoy what I do. I know I have people looking out for me. All my peeps. Peace to you, bros. Because, no matter how hard it gets, you gotta keep getting back up. Like every time I was playing soccer, I had to get back up because I couldn't let everybody else down because if I did, then what kind of goalie would I be? I have to try my hardest no matter what happens. I get knocked down, I gotta get back up. Somebody tries to kill me, I still attempt to get back up because I can't give up. I have to keep trying until it's my last breath of air. And with that, I must say, that Colombia's girl must have went through a lot. There's a lot of people who are still going through a lot. And I honestly gotta say, man, the suicide thing, it's like one of those things that is like, oh, you hear about it, you don't hear it very often, but it's a still going on thing. And will you think it will stop? Probably not for not a while. No, it's probably never gonna stop. And I know you're supposed to learn, oh, never say never, because that's not true. But you know what? There's some times where never means never, and ever is ever. Because when you kill yourself, you're never coming back, and that is forever. So, yeah. So now you see. But honestly, that video really opened the doors and showed me how much people can really consume you, and how the media is actually tricking us. Man, it's not the internet that's doing this, remember. It's the people behind the internet. The people who think, oh, maybe I can do all this stuff because, I'm not doing it to their face. Man, I can't get caught for that. For those people who do that, you really gotta think of how insecure they must be because, they must be they must feel the same way after they do that to the people, every day. Oh, man. I really feel sad for you folks who think, man, dissing people, calling them bags, gay, friggin' clusterfucks. And yes, I know I'm swearing, but that's a part of everyday life, and that's not gonna change for a little while. Not even a little, for a lot of time. Because we're in this generation now where, stuff's gonna be going down and you gotta kind of accept it. I know some grown-ups rather not show their child, oh, they're swearing in the world. I know there's a difference between not showing the swearing and then believing that there isn't such thing as swearing in the world. Acknowledging that they're swearing and just making sure the kid doesn't say it is one thing. But, I'm kind of getting off topic. But you know what? But these things need to be included because, man, I am a man. that needs to tell you about the history plan. Man, if I had to tell you about every single thing that went on, man, there's a long line of history and it's not going to stop. Even when the Earth gets destroyed, it's not going to stop. It still remains in humanity. When somebody dies, their history is not erased. It is still going on. So yeah, that Columbus girl will probably be known for for the family for the rest of their life, and for anybody else for theirs too. Like, man, you gotta really think about it in a different perspective. If this was happening to you, wouldn't you want somebody holding your hand and trying to help you through this? Like, I know the first decision she made probably wasn't the best one, because sure, you can be pretty and stuff, but once you put something on the internet, it doesn't come off. It just doesn't. It just doesn't. So, but we learn from other people's mistakes. That's why. That's why we have them. And that is also why I really, really have to side with her, because now that she's dead, now people can learn from the mistakes. That there is trust issues, but you don't have to block your kid away from them, because eventually, you will have to run into this yourself. Like, there will be people who really don't care much because, they didn't have a family that really gave them all that they needed. Like, the loving, warm support and stuff. I was a fortunate one. So, I'm happy to be where I'm at right now. Honestly, I could say I almost did go suicide, even though I didn't have anything to do it with. No, yeah, I tried to kill myself with nothing. I guess it was by my own pettiness. I don't know. I was just engulfed in my own pain at the time last year. It was in October, was it? Yeah, it was some October this time actually. And I tried to kill myself. This is also why I'm making this, because I kind of consider, when I was actually thinking about killing myself, I'm like, now really, CJ? Now really, is that gonna solve anything? Once you're gone, you're hurting everybody else, and that now everybody else feels bad. Like, I have a whole life to live. I gotta live it. I really don't have a choice. I didn't want to be born, but you know what? I'm glad I've been born. I get to see so much of the world and feel so. I feel I'm learning. Every day I wake up, I learn something new, because you learn something new every day. That is my motto and how I live by. And also, I can't give up until it's my final breath. I shall not be defeated by mortal with their hurtful words. Wow, okay. Well, anyway, since this is almost 14 minutes, I should be wrapping this up. But the point of the fact is, suicide is not the reason. You have to get help, and if you're doing something like she did, please just take a minute and think about it, because once you do something like that, that will scar you, and that will stain you for the rest of your life. Because, once you have a dirty mark like that, it doesn't go out of your head. It doesn't leave your system. It will always be there. And, the internet, guys, the internet. You shouldn't abuse the power of what we have. Because, we're going to be living it for the long time, and you should appreciate it. But you know what? That's it for me. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe or press that like button if you like this video. I have been your host, Darko Kisin, and I will see you guys later. Bye-bye. And please ask for help if you need it. That's why they have Children's Help Phone. And no, I was not paid to say that. Bye.